The court has refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. The court has refused to release him. As of today, presently is in court. Now, Simon Ekpa is in detention in Finland. We've seen men that are saying that simply means Biafra agitation is dead, especially the fact that we saw Enugu State governor, he appointed a man from the north, a Fulani man, as an aide. The others are saying that Biafra is dead. Since people that are able to fight for Biafra are in detention, and their rich men and politicians are now part and parcel of Nigerians. If you're watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comment, click the like button, like this video, and also share this video with others. Biafra evangelists, the Biafra agitation, is it truly dead? Or who do you think have that courage to say no, we will never allow Biafra die?
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening, wherever you are watching us from. Listen and listen very good. I want to tell you people something. Biafra is an ideology that can never be killed nor destroyed. Biafra is an ideology that can never die. So whosoever that is praying for Biafra to die, the person will die. And whosoever that want to end Biafra will end before Biafra. Are you hearing me? Biafra can never die because we still have another Biafran evangelist that is still alive. And Biafra can never die. It is an ideology and it comes from the spirit. Are you hearing me? Let me tell you something. During the time of war, even before Nnamdi Kanu was born, you know, the person that you people are holding today, denying him his freedom and personal freedom and the life freedom and freedom of speech. Before he was born, a man was there called Odumegwu Ojukwu. The late Dim Ojukwu, he came by one of Nnewi. When he saw what was about to befall Nigeria, that was what made him to do what? To declare Biafra in agreement with you, Awolowo, that Awolowo will declare Oduduwa Republic. So because he have seen tomorrow and he have seen what shall befall Nigeria, which he doesn't want we the Biafrans, you know, to be a partaker or to be a victim of what shall befall Nigeria for years to come, which you and I are seeing today. Listen and listen good. I must tell you nothing but the truth. I remember myself that Biafran evangelist, and I will continue to evangelize about Biafra until the day God Almighty will call me home. Hear me and hear me clearly. It can never die and it must not die. And I stand here to tell you once again that every Igbo man have the Biafran blood in him or her. And there is every Igbo person, every Biafran person, every Eastern man knows what I am saying. It is inborn, is flowing in the blood. It's like a water mixed together with the blood that is making them to still be alive, breathing today. Let me tell you something that you don't understand. After the Civil War, the coup d'etat that took place in 1966, January 15, to be precise, and which they accused the Igbos, we have only Igbo men that we are involved. They target Igbo what? Igbo Q. And ever since, the hatred has been upon the Igbos from Nigeria, unknowingly that it was not an Igbo Q. In 1967, when the war finally broke out, because it was after that Agiration took over power, and Agiration traveled to Ibadan here, came to Lagos here, in order to make peace, to make sure that unite Nigeria, for us to have one man and one focus, so that we march forward. And what happened? The same Janjaweed, the zoo now stood up against Agiration in Ibadan. There, in one village there, that is where they went and killed one Yoruba man, and at the same time, killed the Agiration. Which plotted to Fajui was one of the one that the victim of the day. You understand me? Fajui is a Yoruba man who sacrificed himself together with Agironsi. Are you seeing it? You see why it's like Yorubas and Igbos are like having some little thing in common, despite the fight of misunderstanding and betrayal that play. Even after the betrayal, yet they still have one thing in common. You can see that a Fajui, a Yoruba man, sacrificed himself together with Agironsi, Igbo man, just for the sake of unity and one love. Are you hearing me? Now, with this, the Fulanis yet refuse to concur on what is, what these people are dreaming of and what they, want for Nigeria. And today, after the war, which was the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, in 1970 at Asaba. He came with his men with the ideology of come that the war have ended, let us have peace, let us unite once again. Unknowingly to my people, unknowingly to my brothers, unknowingly to my fathers, unknowingly to my uncles, unknowingly to my families, what happened? Immediately they finished their meeting, in the town hall there, as they were coming out. Those people that came out, my uncles that came out, my nephews that came out, my brothers that came out, my fathers that came out, my relations that came out, all of them were what? Killed. Open fire on them and they were all killed in a mass. This thing took place in 1970 rather. Go and check the history by Muhammadu Buhari. Are you hearing me? So, and after that, Ojukwu, as a result of him not having a help any longer because of the ideology of Awolowo together with the Gowon and in partner with Cameroon, which they use Bakassi Peninsula today. You are hearing Bakassi Peninsula was not in the Cameroon, neither is it in Yoruba or in the north. It is a place that is God have blessed with the Biafrans. That was the place that they used, in exchange to give to Cameroon in order for Cameroon to stop the Biafrans from passing, through that place to get food. Because they want to make sure they stop the Biafrans, that they suffer the Biafrans. That was what led. It got to a point Ojukwu could not bear it again because he single-handedly used his father's resources and his family resources, to defend Biafra. That was what led to Ojukwu fleeing as at that time, which Effion happened to be his second in commander, the Calabar man. So which at the end of the day, the British, which are the chief pioneer of the war, the ones that contributed in convincing Gowon, and America and Russia, which as I speak to you, the Russian man who dropped the bomb in Biafra land is still alive, but he's very old man today. You understand? Yes, he made the confession. Yes. So, and as you can see, Nnamdi Kanu now wake up. Although there was a man called Owazurike who picked it up during 1999. The days, that was the days of, Obasanjo, Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, which at the end of the day, to cut that story of that man short, because the way he ended it, doesn't make sense to me, and it doesn't give me joy, because at that time I was one of the MASOB, the movement of actualization of, sovereign state of Biafra, in person of, Owazurike mother died that very time when Obasanjo arrested him and put him in prison. In his there he was when his father died under that, and he started crying, pleading to be released for him to go and bury his mother. On that note, he reached an agreement with Obasanjo as at that time, and he dropped the agitation, and which I repeat again, anytime, any day, he was giving 1 million naira as at that time to go and do his mother's burial. And that was how Biafra as at that time, the MASOB and the ideology, was suspended as at that time before this hero called Nnamdi Kanu came back from London to pick it up. Let me tell you, they are accusing Nnamdi Kanu today in the court. That is the allegation they are using against him as of today, as we speak, that Radio Biafra. Let me tell you, my brother, Radio Biafra was officially registered in London, but yet not recognized by Nigerian Broadcasting Company, NBC. Are you hearing me? And that was what they are using, against Nnamdi Kanu, which you and I today we agree with me that the same incitement which Nnamdi Kanu, they said he started in London, that lead to the death of Gulag. The same incitement, many Nigerians have made it. People like Hope Uzodinma, arise and defend yourself. People like the Director General of the DSS, Mr. Ajayi, arise and defend yourself. That the police and the DSS and the military will not be everywhere. Are you hearing me? Thirdly, T.Y. Danjuma, the former commander in Nigerian military, said the same thing that Theophilus Danjuma. So what is the essence of not giving Nnamdi Kanu freedom. And if Bola Ahmed Tinubu want to be sincere to himself, tell himself the truth, he want to be fair in this case, he should have, arrested Igboho too. But see that thing that we, the Biafrans, are complaining, that thing that we, the Igbos, are complaining about the marginalization they are giving up to us in this very country called Nigeria, and that is why we are saying we are due to go. After all, amalgamation expired in 2014. Which many people agree with us, and today even many northern elders, yes, have confirmed it, not one, not two, not even in 3 occasions. You understand? So Igbo, who even travel as far as from Nigeria here to London to submit a letter of Oduduwa Republic, is working freely. Mighty Allah that are terrorizing Nigeria is working freely. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, being an Igbo man, is being denied his freedom, even in the Nigerian court. Justice is yet to stand. They are still playing games with it. You see why we say no matter what Nigeria do, Biafra still have Biafra evangelists. I will continue. So long I still have breath of God in me, I will continue to pour out my heart the way it is.
So we are looking at the fact that also on the corner of it, we saw, for example, yesterday Sheikh Gumi was deported from Saudi Arabia. Saudi said they don't want to see him, but many others are comparing Sheikh Gumi with Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, these are the same thing. If you say Sheikh Gumi is a terrorist, Nnamdi Kanu is also a terrorist. What do you have to say about that?
Nnamdi Kanu can never be a terrorist. Nnamdi Kanu has never for one day negotiated with the terrorists or negotiated with Nigeria on behalf of terrorists, or negotiate with anybody on behalf of terrorism in Nigeria or anywhere in the world. Those who do not know much about Nnamdi Kanu should travel to Abia State, to the southeastern part of Nigeria, to go and ask about Nnamdi Kanu. They should travel to London too, to go and ask about Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu and Sheikh Gumi are not the same. Sheikh Gumi is a negotiator of terrorists. You can see it during the tenure of Muhammadu Buhari. He has been the one negotiating between Nigeria and the terrorists. You can see Boko Haram. He will tell you compensate them. I remember when Jonathan was in power, what happened? Ejirika was giving marching order who stand to fight the insecurity in Nigeria. The same Northerners rose up that they want to retaliate, that Jonathan want to retaliate Biafran war. And they started crying, they started complaining. That was what made Jonathan. But because that one was a weak link, let them dare somebody like me. I will teach them how to, to handle insecurity. They are pampering them, they are giving them mercy. When you want to match a terrorist in a country, you don't show them mercy, atom of mercy. You don't give it to them. In a Nigerian military, as we speak now, they have taken over Nigerian military, all in the name of repented Boko Haram. They tell you so, then they repent.
Okay, you don't believe in I don't believe
I don't believe it. If they have repented Boko Haram, why is it that they don't have repented IPOB? They don't have repented IPOB, but they have repented Boko Haram and join them together with Nigerian military. And today, that is why Nigerian military don't collapse. Yes, Nigeria doesn't have military again. Do you know how many Nigerian militaries that are going to grave every day? They enter to grave every day, every blessed day. Nigerian military, they go down every blessed day.
What should be done now?
That they join together.
What do you think should be done now? The way, like you said, the way we see our military people, the way they've been eliminated by this useless or this wicked insurgent. What
the best thing, let me tell you, my beloved brother, let's call a spade a spade. Nigeria can never match to anything again because they have polluted the military, and they have polluted the police, and they have polluted the DSS. If you check all these armed uniform men, who are the people that have upper hand? The Boko Haram, the jihadists, the Fulanis, who have the intention of Fulanizing Nigeria, who have the intention of taking over the country. You can see they have taken over many places. See, if you go to news today, you will see the mass burial in Taraba.
41 Mohammeds have been killed.
More than that, my brother. In Taraba.
In Benue yesterday.
Look at yesterday. Oh, no, Benue, it has become a custom. In Benue. It is no longer a news. It has become part of Benue news. But in Taraba now, that is the latest. Do you understand? So to curb these people, and once you welcome it once, you welcome it all. When when I was saying it, you are among the people that pretend it's not going to be possible. Finally, in Oyo State, it has stand sharia. Yes, and let me tell you, they will continue to fail so long Igbos are involved. He said without Igbos, they would have Islamized Nigeria, and that is the pure. They would have succeeded. They have it. See, for your information, in case you don't know, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, is aware that this country is under Fulanization control, with the agenda of Islamizing it. There shall be no Christian. Look at what took place. You know, it took place. That was yesterday. On Monday. Yesterday was Monday. Don't you see the video? In Ondo, what happened during the days of Akeredolu, the late governor, the one that from Amoteku, that same incident that took place that time has happened again. Ondo, in our war. But what are we saying? These people have this ideology that so long you are not Islam. See, let me tell you another ideology, not just being an Islam now. Because the Fulanis never believe that Yorubas are original Islam. Take it or you leave it. They never believe that Yorubas that are Islam are original Islam. By the time they succeeded in capturing Nigeria, because that aim was to make sure that they conquer Igbo. By the time they eventually succeed in conquering Igbo, they will now return back to Yorubas to tell you the kind of Islam that you are going to start worshipping, not that kind of your own Islam. You know, we the Eastern, God bless us with tomorrow vision. And that will see why Nnamdi Kanu stood against them. You see why they are crying, they are jumping up, they are fighting, they are doing everything to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is not being released, it's not being freed. That's why they fight to conquer Muhammadu Buhari. During the Muhammadu Buhari, the kidnapper who kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria, he conquered Muhammadu Buhari in Nigerian court of law. At the end of the day, instead of Buhari shamefully allowing Nnamdi Kanu going, he ordered DSS, to do what? To continue nabbing him, keeping him, and holding on him. And today you can see in the court, all of them are now denying it, that they are not the one that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. Then who did? Does it mean that Nnamdi Kanu become a spirit from Kenya down to Nigeria and land himself in the DSS custody? Is that what you are trying to tell me? Then if you say you are not the one that Nigeria did not kidnap him, neither the DSS, let them return him back to Kenya. Yes, if you are denying kidnapping case, then return him to Kenya. Then that is where we will start the business. See, my brother, you can see that was last week, yeah, because we are in a new week now. You can see it in last week in all over Abuja, where Nnamdi Kanu posters was flying. They said, do not do what? Free him. That is what is an enemy of Nigeria. Do not free him. What makes Nnamdi Kanu to be an enemy of Nigeria? Because he speaks the truth. Because he exposed the Fulanization ideology to many Nigerians. He exposed the secret. So this man that is just speaking today, just wake up. It is something that we have seen, and we have been saying it before now.
But what should the southern part of Nigeria do? I'm talking about the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Kalabari, Ijo, Sheki, the Ibibio, the Anan.
What they need to do, my brother, let them remove that hatred that they have upon the Igbos. And let them embrace the true fact which Igbos have told them. Embrace that truth and that vision and that idea. That the fact remains that these people, this is what they intend to do to Islamize Nigeria, to stop them by the idea, the ideology of Igbos. Let's rise and stop them. Do not give them room, do not welcome them. Yes, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Nigerian president, want to win election. Do you know the kind of trailer and truck of Fulanis that enter Lagos State in a day, 2023? In 2023, do you know how many of their trucks that enter Lagos per day? If the other day I was at Ogba, I sat down to count it. My beloved, before I left Ogba, I counted 25.
What are they coming to do?
Baba, I don't know. They are coming to give up the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They want to come and vote for him so that he will become Nigerian president. Because that was what he was so much interested on. He no gave me and you for mind. He no send us. Now self-centered president in be. And that was why he give room to that. You can see it today. Excuse me, let me tell you. Had it been that Sharia law is something that comes from the Yoruba land, are you telling me that any Hausa state, Fulani state, let me put it, northern state, will welcome it? I'm asking you. Will they take it?